stirring the same nostalgia and the same hankering in another way, all seafaring life, anything to do with seafaring life. All that fine seductiveness of the sea enters my blood. Hear the bird. There's a beautiful abandoned garden. If there is a sound more beautiful than poetry, it's the chirping of a bird. All that fine seductiveness of the sea enters my blood, and I dream indeterminately of voyages. Ah, the faraway coastlines flattened on the horizon. Ah, the capes, the islands, the sandy beaches, the oceanic solitude like certain moments on the Pacific. When I do not know by what suggestion picked up at school one feels dragging at one's nerves the fact that this is the biggest ocean. And the whole world and the taste of everything becomes a wasteland inside us, the more human, more splashing expanse of the Atlantic, the Indian most mysterious ocean of it all, of all. The Indian most mysterious ocean of all, the sweet Mediterranean with nothing mysterious about it, a classical sea dashing up the esplanades seen by white statues from nearby gardens, all seas, all straits, all bays, all gulfs. I'd like to clutch them to my breast, feel them in my arms and die. And all you seafaring things, my old dream playthings, oh, compose beyond me my inner life. Keels, masts and sails, helm, wheels, ropes, the funnels of steamers, propels, topsails, pennants, tiller ropes, hatchways, boilers, engine sumps, spars fall through me in a heap, in a mountain, like the mixed contents of a locker lifted on the floor. Be the hoard of my febrile avarice, be the fruits of the tree of my imagination. The theme of my songs, the blood in the veins of my intelligence. Check the language, check the imagery, check the metaphors. Let yours be the ecstatic thread that binds me to external things. Give me metaphors, images, literature. It's a long poem. It's a very long poem. Oh my God. It's like, how many pages is it? Let me just check and count the number of pages. Maritime old. Oh my God. It ends at page 80 and starts at what, page 47. So it's about 37 pages long poem. Oh my God. Give me metaphors, images, literature, because in actual fact, seriously, literally, my sensations are a ship with its keel in the wind, my imagination a half-sunken anchor, my anxiety a broken oar, and the weave of my nerves a net to dry on the beach. A chance whistle sounds off the river, just one, and the base of my whole psychic system has begun shaking. The flywheel inside me whirs faster and faster. Ah, the steamers, the voyages bound for who knows where, of our old friend, the sailor, old so-and-so. Ah, the glory of knowing that a man who used to walk here beside us was drowned off an island in the Pacific. Ah, the glory of knowing that a man who used to walk here beside us was drowned off an island in the Pacific. We who chummed around with him will now discuss it with everyone. with legitimate pride and impalpable conviction that all this has a finer, a vaster meaning than the mere loss of the ship where he went down to the bottom because water got into his lungs. Ah, the steamers, the merchant ships, the schooners, those sailing ships, alas, become rarer on the high seas, and I who love modern civilization. And I who love modern civilization, I who embrace the machines with all my heart, and I'm beginning to feel that sometimes. And I who love modern civilization, I who embrace the machines with all my heart, it's not just pouring into your phone and into your laptop and into your, all of that. It's also about sometimes just recharging with the machine. Increasingly, it's becoming that, right? I, the engineer, the civilized mind, the man educated abroad, I would love to see again before me only schooners and ship built of timber, and hear of no other maritime life than the old seafaring life, because the ancient seas are absolute distance, pure extension, free of the weight of actuality. Ah, how everything here reminds me of that better life, of those seas that were vaster because sailed more slowly, of those seas more mysterious because so little was known about them. Each steamer far off is a schooner nearby. Each ship seen from afar now is a ship seen up close in the past. All the invisible sailors aboard ships on the horizon are the visible sailors back in the time of the schooners, back in the slow-moving sailing age of dangerous voyages, back in the age of canvas and timber and the voyages that took months. Little by little, the spell of sea-going things come over me. Little by little, the spell of sea-going things comes over me. The dock and its ambience penetrate me physically. The tide of the Tejas floods all my senses. And Tejas is pronounced as Tejo. Tejas is the river in Lisbon. And I start dreaming, I start wrapping myself up in a dream of waters. Driving bells start winding themselves firmly around my soul, and the fast whirring flywheel clearly shakes me. Driving bells, little by little, the spell of sea-going things comes over me. The dock and its ambience penetrate me physically. The tide of the Tejo floods all my senses, and I start dreaming. I start wrapping myself in a dream of waters. Driving bells start winding themselves firmly around my soul, and the fast whirring flywheel clearly shakes me. Waters are calling me. Seas are calling me. All distances raise a bodily voice and call me. All distances raise a bodily voice and call me. And all seafaring ages felt out of the past are calling me. It was you. It was you, Jim Barnes, my friend, the English sailor. It was you. Let's start from this line again. Amazing Pessoa, Maritime mode.